on YouTube.
Annie.
Hi, Annie.
Hi, Annie.
Morning.
Hi, Doug.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, Doug.
Here's Reverend Bill with your God Call.
Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, "Let us get our bloated nothingness out of the way of the divine circuits." And on the one hand, it's a little offensive to have Ralph Waldo Emerson suggesting that we're a bloated nothingness. On the other hand, if we consider the possibility that we are somehow blocking the divine circuits, preventing the infinite from creating something new and wonderful for us, then that gives us the opportunity to change, to transform, and to invite in something new. Wow. Wow, that was awesome. Thank you, John. Thank you so much for that. And good morning, New Thought Philadelphia. Woohoo, here we are. It is November. Thanksgiving's coming up this week, which is very exciting. And actually, yeah, no, in another week. The week before Thanksgiving is coming up in a week. Getting ahead of myself. Um, but all sorts of good is blowing around my neighborhood, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. You guys know the rules on Zoom. Keep yourself muted except when we're making a noise together. Roxana, good to see you again. Let's go ahead and unmute now so we can make a little joyous cacophony. Go ahead and repeat after me. I open myself to love.
I
I open
open
myself to
myself to
love.
love.
I open to my abundant nature.
I
I
open
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 to
to
my
my
abundant
abundant
nature.
nature.
I open to the awareness of good surrounding me.
I
open
I
open
open
to
to the
awareness of
awareness
of
good
of
the
good
good
surrounding
surrounding
me.
surrounding
me.
me.
I claim the love right here, right now.
I
I
claim the
claim the
love
love
right here,
right
right now.
here,
Here
right
and right
now.
now.
And so it is.
And
That's
so
how
it
it
is.
is.
There you go. Mute one more time as I remind you that New Thought Philadelphia is an open and loving community of spiritual adventurers, welcoming each person to experience their divine nature in an empowering space of unconditional love. Whatever path you've been on, wherever you're heading next, whatever brought you to our Zoom today, we have been expecting you and welcome. Around here, we believe there's one power, love, intelligence, or force that creates everything. That includes each of us. And that we're each using that same power, love, intelligence, or force to create our lives according to our beliefs. Very simple, not necessarily easy to do. We get to dive into the different ways that it works in classes and Sunday celebrations and weekly meditations to see if we can fine tune as that goes along. But, suffice it to say, your new life begins with a new thought. If you have extra electronic devices that might be distracting to you, or heaven forbid, to me in the next hour or so, go ahead and put them on mute so we can turn our attention toward each other. I'm Bill Marchioni, the spiritual director at New Thought Philadelphia. Our music today is Sonic Yogi, John Adams. Thank you so much for being here. That was an arrangement of that I had never anticipated. Spectacular. And we have a couple of practitioners for the celebration. In a little while, Jesus will lead us in a meditation. And right now, Joe Catanzaro, RSCP, is going to open us with a practical prayer.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Today's theme of abundant nature brought to my mind this quote from St. Julian of Norwich. All is well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. For there is a force of love moving through the universe. It holds us fast and will never let us go. That abundant nature, multiple forms, multiple manifestations, now, and not just now, they have evolved, they have changed over time and developed over time. And that ability, we have it, the animals have it, the plants have it, the whole entire universe has it. That ability is that wonder of nature, that creative force that we are one with. It is our source, who not only who and what we are now, or where we came from, who we will become, who we can evolve and change into. I know that this force of love does indeed hold us fast. That it is in each and every one of us, who and what we are, who and what we are from, who and what we are now, and who and what we can become and will be. I know that this is true of us as individuals, but it's also true of us as a collective. And when we come together and we are aware of that connection and that we are a collective, we are we are connected as one, we become stronger, we become more luminous. That power increases. Think about the dark night sky when you can see more and more stars. how much more resplendent and luminous that is. So coming together empowers us even more and allows us to embody that one force, that one power, that love, that intelligence. So I honor that. And we come together today to celebrate it with everything we do here today, the music, the words, the songs, the inspiration, the connections. So I'm grateful for each one here. I'm grateful for everything that we create and share. And with gratitude, I know that this is happening now. I claim it for each one here. And in claiming it, I'll release my word to the law that always says yes, and so it is.
So it is. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Thank you. So the reason we do a prayer is because it actually does something. It changes the experience of life that we're having. And this is the time that we get to share whatever has been working from the works of our prayers. So who's got a prayer work story that you'd like to share? Go ahead and wave your hand or use the digital one. I have a left-handed prayer work story because go ahead, Michelle. Oh, you're muted.
Prayer works over time and with intention. And I happened to find a journal that I wrote in July of 2020, 2001. Michael was 6, Brom was alive. It was a beautiful picture of a lovely family together. And how happy I was and content I was. But what I was wanting is to be more involved. I had been in New York and I wanted to be again in a spiritual community and to lead meditations and be a spiritual leader. So that was 2001. Due to a surgeon making a mistake on Michael's eye was a roundabout way for us to come into Center for Spiritual Living in Paoli through Dr. Wilmowski. The following year, September of 2002. So 23 years later, I'm in the practitioner program. But during those 23 years, I've had a wonderful path of, growing spiritually and in my awareness of my oneness with God. So I feel like the intent was put out as I read this journal. This is what I want. And I'm so glad I just fell into my lap this week to be able to realize, how this unfolded in divine love.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you, Michelle.
Be
Sarah, did I see
patient,
your hand go
everybody.
up?
Yeah. Um, no, nothing too big or too small, right?
Right.
So, yesterday I had the pleasure of hanging out with my friend Stephanie. The plan was that I would go to her house out in the suburbs, spend the night, and then today I would choose if I wanted to tag along with her bowling because I'm not in bowling this year or this season because I broke my hand like, I don't know, three or four months ago at this point. So, fast forward, we're enjoying our time together, vegging and finishing Love is Blind, or at least trying to. And I fell asleep. And for whatever the reason, every time we migrate from her living room to her bedroom, I just can't breathe. I don't know what it is that's in her bedroom. I just can't breathe. So it's like almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I can't breathe. And I'm like, all right, I have to just make the trek back to South Philly and shoot my shot with parking and just pray to the one that all will be well and harmony will be lovely and it'll be great. So I do this like, and normally I try to do my prayers out loud, but I was by myself and whatever, I did it in my head. So like I did the prayer in my head. I'm coming up the street that leads to my street, and there is a person blocking my street. And my initial first response was like, ugh, how dare this person be blocking me from my perfect parking spot? And then I took a deep breath and I was like, they're doing what they need to be doing. And so are you. So like I went around them. And then literally the minute that I went around them, there was a big, glorious, perfect spot being like, Sarah, park here. And so I just think it's funny that um we judge how things are going to come up for us, and when we are in judgment instead of in possibility and in like wonder for it all, we can step on the hose of our own good. So even though it's yet again just a parking spot, It really was more of a lesson in um, like accepting the good and not jumping to conclusions. My coworker always says, "Sarah, do you want me to go get your mat?" And then I say, "What?" And he's like, "You're jumping to conclusions, Matt." And so I'm recognizing that like it's trust, getting in that same vibration, recognizing that I don't have all the answers and there's more to be known. And even if it's something small like a parking spot, what that really represented was peace, like joy and ease and completion. And then like I woke up at like 7:30 this morning like a freaking daisy and I'm like, okay, all right, cool. I could breathe. I'm grateful. And so then I was like, I'm going to join my new thought people. So thanks, guys.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, you got a story there. I love that. I love that. And sometimes the stories don't come out the way that we think they're going to. Um, Breen had been dealing with COVID a week or two back, and then seemed like he was getting better, and then seemed like he was getting worse. And he's in the practitioner corps, and he has a direct line to the practitioners, as all of you do, by the way. And so we've all been praying for Breen, and you wouldn't think that the praying for Breen was going to put him in the hospital, which is where he is today at Bryn Mawr Hospital. But he reports that he's feeling much better than he was 24 hours ago, reminding us that the prayer might be for that spontaneous recuperation, and it might be for the guidance of when it's time to go to the emergency room and to allow the other pieces to come together. And Sarah was talking about some things being little and some things being big. A little later on, we're going to talk about the size of the universe, and everything that happens for us is actually little. So thank you all so much. It is time now for the announcements. Jane was going to do them, but Dina is covering because Jane is back and forth to the hospital visiting Breen. So, kazoos at the ready.
Good morning, everyone. So, this enthralling information is on the website at newthoughtphilly.org. You can sign up for the weekly e-newsletter so we can keep in touch. Field trip. Yes. A group of us will be visiting the Brandywine River Museum in Chadds Ford on Saturday, December 13th. Email info@newthoughtphilly.org to get the schedule and the details. Our winter solstice celebration will be hybrid at the Falzer on Sunday morning, December 21st, at our regular Sunday celebration time. The Practical Prayer podcast this week is New Thought with Carol and Reverend Bill. Listen where you get podcasts and watch the live recording session tomorrow at 1 or New Thought Media Network. We host a dozen meditations every week. Drop by for 15 minutes of inspiration on Zoom. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings this week are also on Insight Timer Live. Sandy leads the Power of Eight Intention Circle every Monday evening from 6:30 to 7 to help bring new experience into the lives of the group members. Get God Calls. They're a half minute of inspiration on your phone 4 times every week, starting with a free 2-week trial. Info is at godcall.org. And I might say, what a great gift to somebody. As we are heading into gift giving season, give them the gift of inspiration. That's a good one. There are now more than 2,600 spiritual adventurers in our group on meetup.com. Find out why at one of the daily meditations and follow, subscribe, like, and share on Instagram, Facebook, Insight Timer, and YouTube. Your financial support means a lot. Please support New Thought Philly with a tax-deductible donation by Zelle, Cash App, check, PayPal, Venmo, credit card, or debit card. Okay, that's a lot. Thank you to the team that makes these celebrations work. We get together ahead of time, some of us do, to get things in order and have some fun. Email the volunteer coordinator to join the joy. Next Sunday is online with the Gratitude Step. Thanksgiving is a holiday, and it's also the next to last step in a practical prayer. Reverend Bill invites us to deepen the holiness even more. completely in this holiday weekend. Live original music by Jamie Lula. The practitioners are available for professional sessions by appointment. After the celebration, Joe is available for a quick transformational miracle in a minute prayer. Stick around in the Zoom meeting after the celebration for casual conversation.
Thank you, Dina. Thank you, Dina. Thank you so much. You didn't have the nerve to do the tongue twister.
Oh, I had the nerve.
You just didn't like it?
Correct.
Okay. It was Reverend Bill invites us to invite the holiness even more holy into this holiday weekend. So there you go. Just me liking those sorts of things.
Right.
Let us welcome anybody who is joining us here for the first time. I'm seeing a bunch of folks who have been around for a little bit. If you are here for the first time, please accept this blessing that's coming from all of us. And everybody, we're going to let the blessing wash over everybody here. So rub your hands together, feel the warmth, feel the love, and let it shine into the world. You are the bright light of God's love. Thank you so much for shining that light and sharing that love with us today. Welcome home. So Sonic Yogi is going to do another song for us, and the invitation is to turn your camera on and go into gallery view or scroll between the images so that you can make eye contact with the people who are in community with us. Beautiful. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. We read the Flames of Faith every week, and this time Scopy is going to lead us.
Good morning, everyone. We perform this ceremony to acknowledge that all people and all faiths come from the one power, love, intelligence, which we call spirit or God. We honor the richness that comes from our shared diversity and bless the interwoven energy of the divine feminine and masculine. We light the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the earth-based traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. As we light the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone or any place you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love.
Blessed be. Thank you, Scopy. And today's reading is from the book Can We Talk to God by Ernest Holmes, shared by Michelle. You're muted, Michelle.
Any person is good enough to pray or give treatments in an effective manner, provided his or her thought keeps in line with the unity of good. Let us learn to feel the indwelling presence of a power which is sufficient to meet all needs. Let us learn to accept and to rest in a serene confidence that we have a divine partner who is omnipotent. If we desire anything, be it money, friendship, or whatnot, let us turn to the only place we shall ever find reality, in our soul as it merges with God. God is already within us. If it were not, neither the wit nor the wisdom of humankind could put it there. There is a creativeness in us which we do not put there, but which we draw out. If we would demonstrate peace and abundance, let us know that this is not done by rushing hither and thither, but by staying at home with the cause. That which the mind recognizes becomes a part of the experience. To be still and know that the eternal presence is in us is the beginning of wisdom and freedom.
Absolutely beautiful. So this morning we're going to talk about abundant nature. And that phrase usually means a lot of natural resources. So the abundant nature of a particular park or a neighborhood or a forest. Um, it also means a tendency towards plenty, abundant nature. And it sounds rich and fulfilling and interesting. And it's a reminder to me that we live in an abundant universe, an infinite universe. And if you need to be reminded of that, then, as we were discussing earlier, just to go out and look at the night sky. And the darker it gets, the more stars you can see. And those are the ones that we can see with our bare eyes. And uh, billions of stars in billions of galaxies. It is incredible, rich abundance. It's autumn, and here in the Northeast, the leaves have been the trees have been letting go of their leaves. So I'm looking outside and I'm seeing the wind, which is also quite plentiful today, blowing the leaves all around the yard, up the street, down the street, sharing them with all the neighbors. There are reminders all around about the abundant nature, or the abundance of nature, or that nature is abundance. This is an infinite universe filled not just with stars and leaves, but with possibilities. Anything is possible. This universe is filled with goodness. And the interesting thing is that you deserve it all. You deserve all of the goodness that exists in this universe anywhere and everywhere. The important thing is you deserve it. There is no reason that you are not heir to it. You are not able to claim any of the good that happens anywhere. We do, however, have a capacity. So we can only have some of it, uh, not necessarily all of it. There are limitations to the time that we have. 1,440 minutes in a day, and however many years we've got, there's a limitation of space, the space that we have available. If I had everything and it were 10 light years away, would it do me any good? Sometimes even just having it half a mile away makes that a challenge. How about our attention? I have noticed that as I fill my life with more and more stuff, with more and more activities and responsibilities and engagements, and take advantage of these possibilities, but I have to put some attention into each of them, and I wind up shifting back and forth between them. And eventually I hit capacity for that. It is not because I don't deserve anything more. It's simply because I don't have the capacity, the time, the space, or the attention for it. And that's okay. The great philosopher and stand-up comedian Stephen Wright said, "You can't have everything. Where would you keep it?" And he's right. And what that means is, since we are deserving of all the goodness that exists everywhere, it's all available, that we get to choose. We don't only get to choose, we have to choose. We are choosing. Everything that has happened in our lives has been a result of us choosing. And when we choose, we get to engage. We get to engage with whatever it is that we want to focus our attention and intention onto, and then accept that as part of our life, as part of our experience. There is a process that we are involved in about identifying that which we think would be uplifting and fulfilling in our lives, and then pursuing that. And the universe doesn't limit it at all. If you're one of those people who's into scripture, in Luke chapter 12, Jesus mentioned, "It is the Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." It's not just you can have what you want. The Creator's nature is to give it to you. Whatever it is that you're willing to claim, it's there for you. It's the Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. And I tie that together with the notion that in this infinite, abundant universe of limitless possibilities, here you are. Here each of us is, at this particular place, at this particular time. And knowing that it's an infinite intelligence and one creative power that creates everything, it might bring up the question. There's a reason that you're here now. There is a reason that each of us is here at this particular time, in this particular place, having this particular experience of life. And don't bother asking why. Do not ask what the reason is. There's not an external answer. because you're here now having this experience. So the opportunity is to be here, to be now, to accept the gifts that are available, and to move forward in life. Would your life be different if you started living it 50 years earlier? Sure. 100 years earlier? Definitely. 50 years later? Maybe. It is the fact that we are here now that gives us the opportunity to engage in this incredible creative universe, to become aware of the gifts that are showing up as us. We're embodying different aspects of the infinite in different ways. There's something that we have to share with the world around us. We get to explore and find out what that is. What resonates with you? What is it that fills your heart? What makes you sing? When we find out what that is and we get to pursue that which uplifts us, that which brings more good into the world, then we're in partnership with the infinite. Because in a universe filled with goodness where we deserve it all, we have the opportunity to be part of that goodness. We not only have the opportunity, we are. We get to embody it and express it and experience it and be even more fully engaged in that process. So you're a gift. It's not because I say you're a gift. It's because that's the nature of the universe, filled with this rich abundance. Let nature remind you of abundance. When you look at the leaves, when you look at the wind, when you when you get into rainy season and it starts to rain, there's a lot of water comes out of the sky when it rains. Same thing when it snows. How it completely transforms the experience that you have right there in your neighborhood. When the sun comes out and you have an experience of a bright sunny day, when you're near the water and you get to experience and engage that, it can change the way you're experiencing life, and it can be part of the gift. The other part of the gift is the way that you're receiving it. So our opportunity, and it's an invitation as we get into Thanksgiving season, we'll talk more about it next week, is to understand the gifts that are being offered. Limitless possibilities. You have capacity to accept some of it. You have the time, you have the space, you have the attention for some of it. So you get to choose. Accept that which is yours. Embody it, allow it, and then be grateful for it. There is a new possibility born in every moment, and it's born in each of us in every moment. You are a gift. I am so grateful for you. And I am so grateful to hear the stories of how you take that gift and share it even more richly with the world. You are a blessing. So it is.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Sonic Yogi, for that beautiful sound, that heavenly vibration to our heart and soul. Thank you, Red, for that wonderful talk, sharing your gift with each one of us here, the unity of life. And thank you, each one of us, for showing up, being here, sometimes to show our gift and express our gift to the world, to those around us. You don't even have to say a word. The presence, be a teacher of presence that will cover multitude of errors and mistakes. That's what we call love. Love will saturate our life with goodness. That's our foundation. That's how we build our house. Building bricks after bricks with the mortar or the cement of peace and joy. And our house will be strong. And when the winds and the storms come, it will stand still and know that I am. So I invite you to get comfortable. You know, you could be laying down or sitting down, feet flat on the ground, hands up in your lap, in the position to receive and accept. Be flexible with your body. Don't gotta be rigid. Let it go. Take a deep breath in. Be inspired by the one. And as you let it go, that breath out, surrender. Let go. Surrender to the presence, the essence of life. We are always moving forward. In life, action. We have the will to do, the determination to be, and the joy in becoming. Becoming, aligning ourselves with oneness, with the essence of life. We are created and made by, we are mind, soul, and body. In other words, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Collectively, we are one, but also we are individuals. So we become oneness with the essence of life. See, God doesn't have to become. God is. And as we embrace and embody the oneness, that's how we share our gift. We share God. That's all it is. God is the cause, the medium, and the effect, the all in all. when you speak, when you move, when you share your gift, you're sharing God with God, the all in all. And as we go into the quiet, accept this truth with faith as the main ingredient in prayer. Faith will take you to a place of conviction and acceptance. You don't resist. You are flexible and open to the gift you have received from the eternal. So let's stay quiet. Let's stay still. In our minds and hearts, the all in all.
Using our senses, let us take in that abundant nature. Feel the wind, the air. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Is it soft? Is it firm? Is it rocky? Feel the water, its buoyancy, its temperature. Is it warm? Is it cold? Is it salty? Is it fresh? Feel the sunshine, the light, the warmth on your face and your body. Look around at the flowers and the trees. Smell their essence. What do we share back? We share our being. We share our awareness. They take that in, and it's that circle of life. All from that one creative force that creates everything, including us. I'm grateful for this connection. I'm grateful for this exchange, to be able to experience nature and to share and commune with it, to be part of it. I'm grateful, I accept it, and I accept its benefits for each one here. So with gratitude, I release my word to the law that always says yes, and so it is. Take a deep breath. Shrug your shoulders, move around a little bit. Sit up straight or, or just change your position. And come back to the room, open your eyes when you're ready. Sonic Yogi plays us another song.
Beautiful. Thank you, John. And thank you, Jesus and Joe. And yeah, thank you, everybody, for the abundant nature of good that's showing up. So this is an opportunity. If somebody has something that you'd like to give voice to that came up during the celebration today, go ahead and wave your hand, get my attention, and have an opportunity to take a stand for something. Go ahead, Joe.
I would just like to say thank you to everyone for creating such a wonderful space today. The sharing and the music, and it was just really special. So I want to thank everyone.
Thank you, Joe. All right, we're getting back on schedule. Look at that. Gonna invite Dina to come back in with our offering.
Oh, here I am.
Here
There we
you
go.
are.
New Thought Philadelphia is all about spreading the love. Our community is supported by your contributions. The gift you share helps us fund our work in the world, and the way you shine your light spreads the love. We are grateful for every way you share. We don't have a basket today, but there is a donate button on the website to make a donation by Zelle, credit card, PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. And you can also mail a check to our office in Ardmore. The offering affirmation is on the screen. Please unmute and we'll say the affirmation together. I
I
live
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 in
in
an
an
In
abundant
an
abundant
abundant
universe.
universe.
universe,
I
I am
am
one
one
with the
One
one with
infinite
the
with the
source of all
infinite
infinite
good.
source of
source of
all
all
good.
good.
I
I
am the
am the
I
center
The
center
of
of
center
conscious
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 prosperity.
is
prosperity.
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 I
I
enjoy the
enjoy the
The
With the
richness
richness
of
richness
of
of
life.
life.
life,
I
I
bless
bless
my
I
my
bless
bless my
gifts.
my
My
gift,
gifts.
Share
gifts.
my
share
gifts.
I
my
I
share
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 my
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 gifts
gifts
with
gift
with
gratitude
gratitude
and
and
joy.
gratitude
joy.
and joy.
joy.
I
I
know
know
that
Know that
as
as
I
I
Know that as
give,
I
give, I
give,
do
I do
receive.
receive,
receive.
receive.
And so it
And
and
is.
so
so
it
it
is.
is.
So it is.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And Sonic Yogi is going to do one more number for us. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you again, John. And thank you for everyone who's here and for all the gifts that are being shared. Let's wrap up our time together with another joyous cacophony. So go ahead and unmute your microphone. We're going to change a little bit this week. Repeat after me. I deserve everything.
I
I
deserve
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 everything.
everything.
I choose my best.
I
I
choose
choose my
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 best.
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 My
I
best.
accept with gratitude.
I
I
I
accept with
That
accept
with
accept
with
gratitude
with
gratitude.
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 And love unfolds.
And
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 love
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 unfolds.
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 And so it is.
And
So
so it
it
So
is.
it
is.
is.
Woohoo!